In this video, I'll talk about our first half 2023 FX outlook. Dollar strength was the dominant theme for most parts of 2022. The allure of higher interest rates in US and haven demand were the main drivers underpinning dollar strength. Long dollars was no doubt the consensus trade, but the tide appears to have turned following the downside print to US CPI as well as dovish-leaning remarks from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. In particular, he puts an emphasis on the step down in the pace of interest rate hikes. We believe Fed policy calibration amid moderation in price pressures should point to a more moderate to soft dollar profile for 2023. That said, we do caution that the dollar still retains a yield advantage, and the Fed is not done tightening. As such, there may still be instances of an intermittent dollar strength, but we believe the upside is limited. Given this scenario of a moderate to soft dollar profile on the back of Fed policy calibration, we see two ways to express this short dollar view for better mileage. First, via a short dollar yen bias. Recent remarks made by some Bank of Japan officials suggest that the Bank of Japan could potentially begin to normalize its monetary policy, starting with adjustments to its YCC. In a way, the wide 10-year yield differentials between US Treasuries and Japanese government bonds can potentially narrow. Further unwinding of yen shorts and moderate to soft dollar profile can lead to further downside in dollar yen. Another way to express the short dollar view is via a long gold bias. Gold was weaker for most parts of 2022 amid aggressive tightening of monetary policies, rising real yields, and a strong dollar. But there are signs of a turnaround. Sustained move lower in real yields should support gold's recovery. To some extent, long gold can also serve as an attractive hedge against geopolitical risks. Well, the other big theme is China reopening. We believe China is nearing the endgame of its zero-COVID policies as policymakers gradually unwind COVID measures. For instance, PCR tests are no longer required for most public venues nationwide, and revised guidelines now allow for home quarantines for patients who are asymptomatic or having mild symptoms. While it is true that the easing of restrictions may seem localized, they are nonetheless a strong sign of China taking calibrated steps in the direction of reopening. In addition, there are also economic and property support measures to help support growth and sentiments. Taken together, the anticipation of China reopening and support measures could continue to favor shifts into RMB-linked assets, renminbi, and broad sentiments. Some of the regional currencies that could benefit from China reopening could include the Aussie, the Thai baht, the Malaysian ringgit, and the Korean won.